Hello, welcome to the course AG History, Missions, and Polity. My name is Malcolm Brubaker. I will be with you for the next hour, and we'll be talking about some of the issues and developments that have produced the Assemblies of God from our start as early 20th century religious movement to today. What we'll be doing will be a series of 5 videos. This first video will be a shorter introductory video, and we'll just introduce what's coming. Then we'll talk about other issues to follow. But before we get into some of the other issues, let me just talk a little bit about myself. I'm a retired professor from University of Valley Forge, taught here for a number of years since 1983. I'm now an adjunct professor there. But I'm also from Warren, Ohio. That's my home church, First Assemblies of God, Warren, Ohio. So I'm a proud Buckeye and remain to today. But I'm happy to be with you. So what we'll be doing before we turn to the other teachings is to point you to the course website. Hopefully you notice there's a series of files there on our course website there. And I just want to talk about some of the material that I will not be using. You'll find some of the PowerPoints we'll be discussing, a PDF file that we'll be talking about, but there's some additional material I just want to go over. One deals with Assemblies of God information literacy. The idea is that there's it's a worksheet I want you to, on your own initiative, to work through. It'll get you involved with some of the online materials on our course content. Notably, the Flower Pentecostal Heritage Center in Springfield, Missouri, is a great repository online of magazines, journals, photography, even videos of our history. Also, I think it introduces you to AG Heritage Magazine. Had to think for a moment there. The AG Heritage Magazine, when you become a licensed minister, at least you'll get that magazine. But I think it's also available online. So there's a number of resources I want you to consider with that. But there's some other documents that I want you to have when you have time. There's on the website, there's a AG History Bibliography. It's a very long list of books that you can read until Kingdom Come, but you can see some of the other resources that are available on our subject, as well as I think I put on there a series of online journals that are available to you that deal with Pentecostal history, practice, and missions. I also have a document there on our AG Reason for Being. A short document talks about that in 2009. We added a 4th dimension to our church. So our fundamental truth 10, the church, and 11, the ministry. And in 2009, we added a 4th reason for purpose and being, and that is compassionate ministry. And that's a very important element to note, that we've always been involved in compassion ministries as compassionate people. And that was an important moment for us to put on paper what that is all about. There's also a document on there. It was prepared by the National Office. I think it's a PDF study guide when you take your licensing exam. And my reason for mentioning it here is that when you get to that point and prepare for that, its study guide is going to emphasize heavily the Assemblies of God Constitution and bylaws. Most of the questions are going to be about that. Fewer questions about history. In this course, in the Ohio District, for this level of your study, we're studying mostly about history. So again, our textbook by Gary McGee, People of the Spirit, is central to this course. So we are not going to deal much with the polity aspects of our denomination, but rather the historical ones. So those are the things that we'll be not talking so much about, those other documents. So what you'll need to do as we move through is that you'll be asked to open up a particular PowerPoint or PDF file, and you can then track along with me as we go through them. So I hope that this will be a profitable experience for you. I wish I could be there with you in person, but hopefully this works just as well. So have a great class.